My favorite movie genre of all time definitely has to be horror, but my favorite subgenre of horror, slashers, for sure. I'm gonna go down the line of some of my favorite horror slashers that I never get tired of. Just so you know, this is not in any particular order. I'm just thinking about all these movies as it comes to mind, and Sorority Row has to be one of my favorite slasher movies, and it's just because it's so fun to watch. I think the acting was pretty good. I thought they were funny, they were sexy, they were smart, they were annoying, like literally everything you can dream of in a slasher. And honestly, it was the kills for me that had it for Sorority Row. Like the kills were so creative, and I still think it's creative even if I compare all the other movies that came out after this. Still such a creative kill for some of the girls. I haven't seen You're Next in so long, but for what I remembered, it was such a fun slasher horror movie, and the main character was what you wanted in a slasher movie. She knew everything. She knew what to do. Everything that you're supposed to do in a slasher horror movie, she did that. And it was funny because the main character, she actually played in Step Up 3, so it was so interesting to see her in like in a horror movie. I will not lie though, from what I remembered, I did guess the killers correctly, like instantly. Like that was the only thing I would say that I wish they did a little better at, but the motive was still there though. It was a decent motive, I guess. I don't know how people feel about X, but I loved it the first time I saw it, and I thought it was such a great film that talks about aging, and they didn't overdo it, didn't miss the mark. I feel like, in my opinion, they just did it. It was simple, there, done. It was fun to watch. But for Pearl, I know everyone loves Pearl, but I think Pearl is my least favorite. And I know a lot of people hated Maxine or just had mixed reviews about Maxine, but I thought Maxine was just as fun. I love the whole 80s vibe of it all. I don't know if anyone watched Sick. It's on Peacock. It came out a few years ago, and I had no expectations. I didn't watch the trailer. I just watched it blindly, and this movie surprised me. And when I found out Kevin Williamson wrote it, I was like, perfect. He's such a great writer, especially for horror. He's one of my favorite like horror writers. One thing I will say was that this movie was a little too soon. And if you guys seen the movie, if you guys know what I'm talking about COVID. They talk about that in the movie, and it was just like it hit too close to home. It was a little too real. Obviously, like minus like the slashings and killings and murders and all of that, like fine. But COVID, that was like the topic of this movie, and yeah, I would just say it hit a little too close to home. But the movie was amazing as it was, though. So one movie that really surprised me was Happy Death Day. I'm very picky when it comes to horror comedies, and I think this movie did it justice. Like it was so fun, it was so entertaining. I love the whole Groundhog's Day like situation going on, and the twist was twisting. I feel like I kind of caught on a little bit towards the end, but other than that, it was such an enjoyable movie, and I love the second one too, and I can't wait for the third one to come out. So there you have it. That is part one of my favorite slasher horror movies. I'll do part two, three, four, as many as you guys want. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know what your suggestions are and what's your favorite slasher horror movies.